yesterday we wanted to go by you show showing what you want to do, or I should be
Yeah.
directing it. Or how do you want it?
Okay. We wanted to start with the petty cash entries. Petty cash entries. Cash entries.
Okay. Okay. So click on the cash. Let me see.
Okay.
Uh, this you are having. Okay. So let's go to the journal
Okay, so do I
accounting
go to cash?
configuration. No, no. You this. Let's go to your chart of account so that I understand which one you are using for the petty cash. And let's let's go to your chart of account.
Okay. You said I should go to chart of account before we can do the petty cash
Or maybe
entries.
no, or maybe your ledger. I want to see whether you are using this cash. You are seeing the for
This
is
one.
that the 4,064?
Yeah, 64, yeah.
Because there are a lot of cash I see. That's what I'm trying to find
Ah,
out. You see, we have minus, sorry, 1,000, and then one with zero, one with 464. So like I'm seeing three there. So I just want to be sure
you know
which of
which
them.
one? I think the
Yes,
4,001.
4,001.
Yeah. So I can click on it.
Yes. Okay. So when we come here, it's more of reconciliation. But you use the list view, and let me see the list view. No, no, it's on your right by the
Sure.
Kanban view. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. But with your petty cash, do you want to uh do you prepare and then, or you normally enter it in the system? How are you doing it in NetSuite?
In essence, okay. Can you see?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, so in essence, this is the petty cash Accra. Let's say April. So if it's admin, a canteen, etc. And write the memo. Today's date and then write expenses for the day. Admin, and sanitation. Let's see, write the memo. It does for the day. Then petty cash. You should calculate it. Let me see.
Okay, so more of a journal entry,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, something like that.
Okay, okay. So let's go back to Odoo then, and I'll get you. Yeah, because we I don't want us to use the dashboard because the one you see is for reconciliation, and normally it's good you reconcile your banks, but maybe one cash there. But for petty, we just have to use the journal entry for that. So
Okay.
you can go back to Odoo and let's uh,
So should I go back to
configuration journal.
Journals.
Configuration.
The journals.
Yes. Can you let me see? Um, Scroll down. Were you? I
You said
want to see whether you were having accounts for petty cash. So scroll down and let me see. Okay,
the
but
petty
before
cash we
that,
have for Accra and Kumasi.
you have for Accra and Kumasi.
Yes. Kumasi
Okay,
Suda is live.
okay, so let's create a new one. Go to new from
Okay.
here. Yes, new.
Okay.
Then petty cash. So make it petty cash. Kumasi.
Accra.
Okay. Okay. So the type uh,
Cash.
cash, and then pick the cash account. You put
Okay.
your yes. Look for petty. Start typing petty.
It's cash. Accra.
Okay.
In the suspense account.
Um. Let me. You can use that, but let's try and change. Let's see if we have a cash. Uh, so that we can. Other than that, we can create one for because it will be included in the bank suspense, which we can create a new one for petty. Uh, Search for suspense and let's see what you have in your chart of accounts.
Bank suspense account.
No, no, no. You search because I don't want us to add it to the bank, so that the banks can use this account and then if you had a you are not able to search.
So it is not
Yes,
everything.
yes. Try or
No
suspense,
record.
anything suspense.
It's bank suspense account.
Okay, let's the issue I wanted us to make use the bank suspense for the bank to handle the bank so that the cash to you have a so let's see if we can create a new one. You create new, go to new and let me see.
Cash suspense.
Yeah, cash suspense. Let's uh, we have to look. Let me check the code here for you so that I'm trying to check the coding for you. I'm coming so that you use the ones. What the fuck? Okay, so you can use 101518.
0.51.
Yes, now you can save and close. Okay, so I know the currency is in CD, so you can ignore that. Profit and loss, you can ignore that. Uh, Incoming payment. Go to incoming payment. Let me see.
Incoming payment.
Incoming. Yes, on by the journal entry.
Okay.
Yes. Uh, come. Move to your right. No, on where the manual payment is.
Okay. Yeah.
Your right.
So,
Below the
okay.
outstanding. Hello.
Is that
Yeah, below the outstanding receipt account.
okay on that line?
Yes, that line. Search. Start typing for.
So what do I
In,
type the expense or what?
yeah. In the account I gave you right now. Is it 10?
101,518.
Is it that one?
Oh,
Let me see. Wait, let me check something.
okay.
1015. 101518. 101518. Okay. Start typing it in the next line, the line below it, and let me see what happens to. I don't want us to. Yes. Now start. No. The other still under outstanding receipt. Yes.
1735.
Yes. So pick that one.
So can we just we need to type 1015? Once we just type petty cash.
Yeah. When you start typing it will come. I Okay. Then the outgoing payment. Uh, Outgoing
So the
payment. Yes.
incoming payment is the petty cash.
Yes. And then
Yeah.
outgoing to click. Yeah. Do same there too. Add a line. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So we are save and let me see.
Going to say
Click up the arrow by the journal new. You see there's an arrow pointing upwards. No,
okay,
the other one, the one.
going to
Yes.
say
Yes.
I didn't enter any. I just entered petty cash.
Let me check something from here. I don't want you to do reconciliation on this cash. Once you push the journal, it should be fine. That is why we are doing this searching by upcoming. Let me see the incoming, or what you have in the incoming payment. Okay, you select manual payment. You select manual payment. And then the other one too,
I'm not
outgoing.
payment. Okay. Once manual.
Okay, save and let me see. Okay, so we can Go back to the journal entries on your left.
Go to
Journal
journal
entries.
entries.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then I go.
So yes. So anytime I want to show you the short code there. So anytime you have a bulk a bulk transaction you want to upload, you need the code below. You see the codes cache CSH4 to do your
Yeah,
upload.
yeah.
So
Short code.
yes,
CH.
yes, yes. So if the currency to it had it if it was a foreign currency, you could set that on the journal. So now let's go back. So we have petty cash in Press Accra. Let's go to accounting journal entries. Accounting journal entries. So you can make a new journal entry. So
So the
all be
reference to
your
the
reference.
expenses for the day.
Yes.
I add nine.
Yes. So you add the accounts and then
I put the amount in.
yes, any amount you want to put there.
What about the description? Where do I write it? Is it the analytics?
So at the the label. No,
Label.
label. Yes.
Right. So, is that all? Do I write petty? Do I enter petty cash somewhere?
Yeah, so you
Or
have to
just
enter petty cash on no, you have to enter it.
uh, it's automatically. Okay, it's here. Okay.
Yeah.
And I
So
see.
yes. Then you post it.
I post it after seeing.
Yes. Okay. So I think let me see why salary is for
Oh,
set
check accounts in general entries.
no, I'm seeing salaries for
Yeah,
dev
I don't know
which
why there's
reset to draft. So if you want to go back,
reverse.
reset to draft. No, yes, with that reset to draft. Petty cash impress. Go to your account again. I think so. We are using that for. I think someone has or we created one for salaries. That is why. So go to your where 101416. You realize that we did not use that code for your petty cash. Come down. No, come down.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, yes. So
That should do it
yeah,
again.
come down. Yes,
So
yes.
should I
Now
delete
come
this
and
one?
yeah, you can delete it or you can you can delete it and then add a line. So how many? Wait, how many? I want to see. That
There's
means when we were
105. What was one?
search more, search more.
Try 17. Should I try 178?
Okay, okay, okay.
It's also still select four.
Let me let's go to your configuration journal. Configuration journals. We'll come back to this one. No, you come down. Let me see your salaries. Come to the salaries we have there. If you uh, let me click on it. Advanced setting. Let me see what you have there. And then journal entries again. It's not picking this account. So let's go back to the cash petty cash we did. Go back to journal. You can use the journal on top of the salaries to go back. Yes. Then petty cash account, the one we did. I click on it and let me see. Okay, so let's everything is fine too. Let's go back again. Now accounting journal entries again. Let's uh, click the posted. Close that one. The posted. Can we identify the one you just did? Uh, Expenses. Yes. No. Move up. It was up. Expenses for
And this one
the
is
day.
salaries for.
Yeah. Yes. Click on that one and let me see. On the reference, let's can you edit? Try changing the reference and let me see. Or can you change the salaries for to try that one?
So what do I do with petty cash?
Yes. You close it. Yes. Let me check something here. I'm coming. Let me see why. It's fine. Just the name. I want to check something for you. Why is the right one you should use? Come in. Okay. So whilst I'm checking on it, you can leave a note. Let's say to anyone you want if you want someone to review it, you can leave a log note on all you've done and tag the person, and so that the person can have a look at it, or let someone follow what you are doing too. You can use also attach anything you want to attach with the attach button you see there.
When you see attach, what do you mean? Attach receipt.
Yeah, if there's anything you want to attach to this, for reference or for anything. Yes, it can be receipts or anything.
Okay.
So you can see your name is there in the charter, and it shows everything you are doing. So in the same way, you can tag someone to also follow, or maybe create an activity so that if you have to revisit what you did to, you can also tag it with an activity. Okay, so you petty cash impress Accra reference expenses for the day. Okay, so post it and let me see. You post it. Do the post.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go to your balance sheet and let's see the effect. You can go to reporting a balance sheet. Your bank and cash account. Drill down. How many Kumasi? Okay, maybe I don't get it. You have accountable impress. You have
Yeah, we have
vertical. They are just separate thing, right?
Yeah, just separate
For
thing.
Kumasi. Okay. Okay. So
Okay.
check Accra.
I
Let me
see that
see.
the petty cash Accra has reduced from the 4,121 to the 3,9.
Okay.
Something.
Okay. Okay. So are you
Yeah.
good with that? Okay. Let's go to the dashboard and let me see. You don't want us to put all these cash accounts on the dashboard so that you can have one bank account, sorry, all the bank accounts there which you can use for your reconciliation. And then the cash, they just hit your
Yeah, I think it has to be with this with the graphs. Can't we have it in a list form?
in the list form for the desk.
Like
No, for your
dashboard.
dashboard.
Does it have to be separate like this? And everyone having a
Y-
map?
y- yes, that's it. That is why I don't want us to add all the cash here for you to reconcile the cash. Let the cash hit the uh your financial and let's deal with the banks on your dashboard. So
Yeah,
come down. I see we've
I was saying that the dashboard has
yes.
some big US dollar graph, plenty. Once we have them in one box, like in a list with their balances, instead of it being like this, so that we can, because there are other
Can you
things too we'd like to see on the dashboard, just not the bank.
for let me say that's what the system gives us now, and
Okay.
it's yeah, we can't do much about it for now. Yeah, you can search, go to your search, the arrows up there, the
Okay.
close that one.
Okay, great.
uh, yes, and then use the arrow to search anything. No, use the arrow. Okay, let's say sales. Click on sales. Let me see what you have there. No, sales. Okay, so that's for
And so
only customer invoice.
yeah, so the sales, the
Uh-huh.
customer invoices, does it need to
Yes,
be in the graph all the time?
yes. For your dashboard, we can't do much about it. You will only see your customer invoices, your vendor bills, and then your banks. That's why I'm trying to limit you.
Something about it if we do extensive customization. But for now, this is how you have it.
Okay.
No, said.
Yes.
Yeah, this chance.
Okay.
Yeah, can't we have maybe top 5 or top 10 debtors and creditors on the dashboard.
Um,
Check the filter and see. Check with the filter on the dashboard and see.
Franklin, check, let's see.
I checked the web debtors. There's no debtors on my dashboard. Only banks.
Brian,
The
Brian,
arrow
what should
filter with the arrow and let's see whether you can get it. I'm not too sure, but filter with the arrow first.
use the arrow? Click on the arrow.
If not, then we will have to
No
give you
debtors.
the Ninja Dash. Add custom group.
There's nothing like debtors.
Okay, if it is so, then we would have to do Ninja dashboard. Odoo Ninja. But that one is a secondary matter. It's a secondary matter altogether. But I think this is cool. This should be cool, actually.
So what are you going to do for us? The Ninja dashboard. You give us the creditors list and then a debtors list on the
It
dashboard.
gives you
The
it
top
gives you
10.
everything,
Okay.
like everything. But that one is a third party something, and it has to be paid for. It's a third party
No,
customization. Yeah.
no.
So
So in NetSuite, we are able to see the top, I think top 5 or top 10 debtors and creditors. So
yeah,
I
that's
think
what
this
I'm
is
saying.
just a
That
normal.
okay. So go to dashboard. Go leave here. Leave accounting. Leave accounting. Go to dashboard. So I go to accounting. Let me see. There's accounting. The accounting. Go to the filter button and let me see something. Go to Word 20. Oh, that's the only set button you have there. Is that only the only set button you have there, please? Like clear the 2025 and let me see something.
That's for the year.
Oh, okay, only select here.
So I see current income receivable, current expense payable. When we click the receivables, would it give us any list? But it is not in any format, like
It is not in any format, as in.
as in top 10 or top 5.
Think I need this.
It's
I've come
it's
across
not
something like that. I'll check it. I'll check it and help you out with it, but not right now. I'll check it out and help you out. It's possible, even with third party, without third party customer. It's possible. I'll check it out and help you out with it. Sure.
just actually see. Unless it's our
uh,
dashboards, we customized it ourselves.
Oh, so you customize it there.
Yeah, I was saying that unless it's our dashboards,
Mhm.
some of us customized our dashboards ourselves to suit what we wanted to see dashboard.
Yeah, so when it gets to dashboards, you won't see this. It's just because the role you have at the moment. So we'll limit you and you see what you have to see.
Yeah,
Because
I'm just saying that in essence, we're able to customize the dashboard to see what we wanted to see on the dashboard for our
okay,
report.
I get it. I get it. I understand you can very well. But this is Odoo. Let's like said from the beginning, let's unlearn something and learn new things. But it is possible. The top list is possible. It is very possible. That's why I'm saying I have to check and help you out with it. I know there is dashboard. I know there are extensive customizations to that can be done. So I'll check whether extensive customizations or normal customizations go through the system. Then you can have a feedback. Okay, please. All right, sure.
And
So let's continue. So I was saying that Charles,
Yeah.
on your dashboard, I see we've created a lot of cash. For
Nah,
the
he didn't
cash,
create it. He didn't create it. It's
okay,
from the POS. One is supposed to be card, cash,
okay,
and yeah, it's from the POS.
okay.
that's
Okay, so I was saying that with the petty cash, we just book with journal entry and then we
Mm-hmm.
should be fine. So let's go back, create that the one more for Kumasi. We did for Accra. Let's go to
okay.
configuration journal. The type should be cash. Then Brian, I think we should add. We'll find a way of adding POS cash too, so that we can it can be easily identified on the dashboard. Something. But anyway,
Sure, sure. This is so because they were playing around the POS.
yes.
Yeah, and because there are two companies as two sales
Okay.
points.
Okay.
Yeah,
So petty cash impress. Look for start typing petty cash impress Kumasi.
Okay.
Use the second line.
Okay.
But
That
before
is
that, did you get the account on the journal entry? Let me see that. Were you able to pick that account on the journal entry? Because it should pop up. Go back to the journal entry. Where on the left
right
tab,
one.
the tab before the incoming.
I should tap the general entry.
On your left, set the cash account. So you always have to put the account there. But after this one, you not go through the process. I think we will.
Okay.
You do same in the production, and you don't have to always. You are just creating a journal type for your journal entry, so that they all can be found in this journal. That's the petty cash. Petty cash impress Kumasi. So you can use the cash suspense for these two. But even the setting, we are using the same accounts on your outgoing and incoming to avoid any suspense. So, but I just want you to use the cash on your suspense account.
That same cash suspense account which you for the Accra.
Yes.
I can see it.
Mm.
Right
Is it
on top.
101518? Try 101518. I think let's You close it. Let's go back to the Accra one. Let me check something. It should save it. No, let's save is. Yes. And then click on the journal. If it's not allowing you, I want to check whether we were able to create the chart of the account well on the chart of accounts. It should come here too. So you we can open that, don't close this. Sometimes if you are working, you can right click on no. Okay. Do you have the two now? Let me see. I want you to go to chart of account with one of them. So the one on your right. Yes. Configuration, chart of account. Or maybe and let's see whether the cash is there. The cash suspense. Check the allow reconciliation. Let me see. Okay. It's fine. Let's so 101518 is 30. Let's go there. Let's the new no, the suspend we are looking for. Use let's use suspense account. When we are done, I'll look at this in the production world for you, so that we don't spend much time here. So then you save it. Let's save it. I'll do all those configurations in the production account. Then you can go back and then make a journal entry for Kumasi too. So accounting journal entry. And then make one more journal entry for Kumasi.
Yeah, said.
Yes.
Are we creating a new petty cash impress for Kumasi and Accra? Because I thought we saw it in the chart of accounts that we created when we started the whole process.
Yeah, we are not creating a new one, but because it's a new system, you have it on your chart of account, all right, but we need to create a journal type for it, so that
Okay.
any entries you do will be found in those journals. But you can't just come and create a journal entry when you don't have a journal type for them. And that is why when she add the last line, it means it will pick it for the petty cash Kumasi. So that's why we did the configuration for the journal type before we
So
come and do the entry. But once you do it, you don't have to go back and then do it again. Now from or follow going forward, she only has to come and do the journal entries, and that's it.
we have to create account for all the
What I meant
expenses. You have to create a journal.
type,
Is it a
yes,
journal type for
the,
all the expenses or any entry you want to do a journal for?
let's say you want to do for petty cash, you have to get it at journal type. If you want to do salary, so that you can trace them. If you want to do
Okay.
yes, like the
Okay.
banks, they are all having journal types. All the bank accounts you have on the dashboard have that journal type. So
Okay.
you can see the account on your chart of accounts, and it should have a journal type where it's
For all
distinct
the
from.
accounts.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why we went through that process where she has to create the journal type, and then before she makes the journal entries.
Okay. All right. Please let's
Are
continue.
you okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so with the name, the draft, I think you start typing in the draft. Let me see. So the first one picked. Is it possible to? Okay, you so save it. Save and let's see what we have. Okay, and then post. Okay,
But it's showing petty cash interest Accra one instead of Kumasi.
instead of Kumasi.
Yeah.
Come then check you. Uh, go reset to draft. Then check the line you picked. I think
I picked Kumasi.
you pick Kumasi.
Yeah.
Go to other info. No, close it. Go to other info
Other info.
by the journal items.
Okay.
Oh, okay, okay. Let's go to the journal type again. We shouldn't have this problem. But 101. Let's still on the account where you have the Kumasi. Click the. Let's go in 1015. Click the. Let's try changing it again.
I should do it again.
Use the arrow. No, use the and then search more. Search more. Let me see what we have in the chart of account. Why you should pick mass is one. Okay, so we
Yeah,
still have to
101
if it's
502. Oh, unexpected not accountable interest. Sorry.
yeah, pick it again. Okay, so you cancel cancel it. Let's go back to the journal type. Maybe we may have picked the wrong account for Kumasi in your journal type. So let's close it. Let's do that double check. You can close the entry or cancel unless
Just cancel it.
or maybe the next the new tab you've done. No, you still have to refresh even if you check that. Journal
I post this one.
I thought we had this to be different, right?
When it came, I
In,
just
in,
checked that first.
you just changed that one. Okay, or maybe probably was a suggestion it gave you because you have the Accra in the system already. That's what I'm also thinking. Yeah, but you post it, and let's go to the journal type for Accra in Kumasi. Let me see if you pick the right account. If you pick the right account, you don't have problem. I think maybe it's a suggestion it's giving you so that you can change it. So account no configuration, and then journals, configuration journals. Yes, so let's be sure if you pick the right account. Yeah, so open the Petty Cash Accra and then Petty Cash Kumasi. No, click on it. Okay, so we have Accra to be there. Then let's check Kumasi too. No, you can't. No, okay, yeah, it's fine.
Nanaja, please, sometimes don't go back. Use the breadcrumbs. Okay, please. You see new. You see on top of the new there is journals. So if you want to go back, you just go and click on the journal. Okay. Hello.
Hello,
Nanaja,
Naja.
did you get it, please? Hello. Am I audible, please?
Yes, you are.
I'm saying that she should use the breadcrumbs most often instead of
Okay,
going to the top. Yeah.
no problem. All right.
Okay, so it was, I think the Accra, so the Accra you saw was name suggestion, so you could easily change it. So we can go back and then, is there anything you want us to also look at? So for now, we will sit back and see what you want to do. So what all the next step or any question?
Okay, have we done vendor prepayments already?
No.
Okay, let's try vendor prepayments.
Okay. So you go to the vendors and let's create a bill. Anajua, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, okay. So let's go to vendors. Bill. So make a new bill. Okay, so put in an information. I thought by now you could select a name, bill date, and then add product. Yes, so
Vendor prepayment. Can you hear me?
you are not audible. But
Hello, can you
if
hear
you
me?
could, yes, I can hear you
I
now.
was saying that with the vendor prepayment,
Yes,
sometimes receive goods for
sometimes you do what?
sometimes we how would I put it? Maybe we are buying wheat grain from Carrican and then
Okay,
we pay for it now, but then we receive it in the next week. Like we pay now before we receive the goods.
so you don't have
Okay.
the
Let me try and
bill.
understand something.
So um
Let me try and
some
understand
of the
something now.
vendors we have withholding tax. We take withholding tax. We see in next suit the vendor prepayment. The
Okay,
that vendor prepayment doesn't have any line for withholding tax. So we take the withholding tax on the bill.
Okay, so you
So
create it as it's some sort of a product, then you add
so
it
so
to.
no, so in next suit we create it as a journal when it's having a when we are supposed to take withholding tax because the vendor prepayment in next suit doesn't have any line for withholding tax. So when we finally receive the products, then we put the withholding tax under the bill where the product line is. Maybe if it's sweet brand, then the next line we take withholding tax before we link it to the vendor prepayment amount. Unless the vendor prepayment we are paying for doesn't have withholding tax, then we just enter it
No,
as it is and then we
no.
link
So
it up.
said
yes, Charles.
the vendor prepayment we are doing now.
Okay,
There will be withholding tax deduction.
okay.
So
That's
you
you
take
you
us,
would withhold. Yes,
yes.
so we
So you take us through that process.
yeah, so we will just pick it from the taxes and then
Okay. So let's go through the motion. Let's go through the
so
process and then.
I was trying to understand her that you want to make prepayment. She was saying the goods are not in, but even if the goods are not in, are you not preview to the invoice you'll be uh paying, or like that's where my confusion started. I don't know if you get me.
We are privy to
Vendor
the
prepayments that we are doing. And when we do this vendor prepayment, this particular bill we are doing, when we do the vendor prepayment, is it that we are going to link it to the whatever we receive? Because if we enter the vendor prepayment, it has to link to whatever has been received. That was I'm asking also too. Because in next
So
suite
when
it's like
wait to
we
Nanaja, when we are doing the entering the vendor prepayment, at that point we don't receive or there's no goods attached to the vendor prepayment.
no
That's
in next
entry.
suite when I'm entering vendor prepayment and there's a withholding tax, I enter it as a journal. I don't enter it
Okay.
using the vendor prepayment, whatever. The only time we do
Okay.
the vendor prepayment is when the vendor we are going to pay to we don't take withholding tax. So we enter it as it is, and then when the when the bill is like when the goods are received, we link it up.
Okay. So
Okay,
So that's what I'm just
at the point of entering the vendor prepayment, when the payment is done, before the goods are received,
we enter it as a
we
journal,
don't enter. There's no selection of item. It's just the journal.
just a journal, because it's past withholding tax.
Okay.
We take
Then when
withholding
the
tax.
goods are received, then
Then
you
we
connect the
now
journal to the
no, we
bill.
don't connect the journal.
Mhm.
Now then the bill, we take out the withholding tax from the amount. Then we enter the bank payment amount in the vendor prepayment line or whatever, and then we attach it to the bill. So we link it to it.
And then what happens to the withholding?
The withholding, we place the withholding under the bill, the bill.
Okay. So it means you enter separate, you enter the journal, and then later you come and connect it to the bill when the goods
Yes,
are received.
yeah. But if that particular vendor doesn't take, we don't take withholding tax from that particular vendor. We
Hmm.
enter the bank amount, payment amount straight. So when we have the bill, we just link it without
Okay.
taking in journal.
Okay. You said, but
yes,
you
sir.
understand it. You understand all that.
I'm following, but I what your vendor prepayment is like so it's different from it's like paying in advance, right?
Yes.
Or I'm trying to connect that.
No. So the
Uh,
simple story is when you
okay,
are making the payment, at that
okay,
point, goods have not been received.
okay.
Made the payment without
So
goods,
let's
and
say
then
payment in so I will understand it as
So
advance
advance
payment.
payment.
Is
yes,
that but when you
yes.
say okay, fine. So it's the
You
same thing. Maybe I
forget the next suite way of doing it.
so
The
let's
whole
say
thing is
advance payment. Okay,
we make advance payment for a purchase.
okay,
Then after a week or two, we receive the goods or the item. How do we
okay.
connect that to the prepayment for that particular supplier? Do you get me?
Yes. So
Uh-huh.
you haven't so I'm looking at it that so you once you order then you pay. So let's say the invoicing policy, like where we have goods delivered before payment or uh
Payment is made before
goods.
goods are received.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm trying to understand like I'm just trying to connect them. If you have a bill and you make payment and your goods have not been received, is it not equally as that?
No, 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 no,
Uh,
no. You know,
okay,
the goods enter our system after it has been received.
after
The
that we
order,
receive. Okay,
the
okay,
order
okay.
will not hit the system. It's the receipt that will hit the system.
Hit the system. Okay, that's
So
your
if it,
policy. Okay,
so if it's an order and we are paying against the order, don't forget the goods will not be in the system, but we are making the payment against that particular order. So it becomes a prepayment. The goods have not been received. Do you get it?
yes,
So if I understand something like vendor credit, it is in relation to something like you have money with the vendor. So when it's time to deliver, then he deducts it from your amount. Is it something like that?
Yes, we've made an advance payment to the vendor. When the
Good.
goods we receive the goods, then it will enter
Then
into
you
our system.
apply
So
the payment. Then
to
later I can
the
apply the payment to that bill.
yes,
so is it? Charles, can I also call it accrued revenue? No, I'm getting confused. More. Is it the same as accrued revenue? And
No. This is
is it
talking about advance payment. It's not accrued revenue.
it's not
So
accrued
if I
revenue?
understand,
Okay.
Charles, this is basically you make payment before you do the GRNs, right?
Yes.
So typically, a certain Brian, it's a
Okay.
scenario where they want to buy something, they have a PO for it, however, they have not received, but yet payment has been done, right? So they need to book the payment. When they receive, then they can clear, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So how do we do it in Odoo?
Okay. Then I'll check that and then we come to you again on
Yes,
this
there's
one.
a down. Yes, Charles, let's get back to you on that scenario. How to test the scenario, right?
Okay. All right. And then what else do we have? Okay, so for our expenses, maybe we want to pay on
Okay.
an expense immediately.
Okay.
Apart from raising a bill, is there any other way we can make the payment without raising the bill? So I'm paying for electricity and I've received the bill today. It's not like an accrued expense or anything. I'm paying on the bill today. Apart from raising the bill, do we have any other function that
Yeah.
can help us make payment today?
I thought we did that yesterday. So that was where we went to vendors payment so that you could just do the payment. So
So
go to
bill is not
vendors.
the only option, right?
Okay.
It's not the only thing. We can use other different. We can do different payments with different functions we have there, right? The same day. I'm talking about the same day. Making payment the same day.
Make a new vendors. If we are having something like this, you are doing payment the same day without raising a bill itself, or it
Yes.
doesn't answer you.
Yes, that's what I'm
Um,
talking about.
is this okay?
Yes, it's okay.
We had thought we dealt with this yesterday. It seems maybe it wasn't
No,
clear, but
because
it's fine.
in next week we're using only
Okay.
bills. So I want to know if the ideal situation is to use this when the payment is being done instantly, or the bill is the ideal way. Because we have purchases too
Okay.
in the
Then
system.
this I would say this is the ideal way if you don't want to. The bill keeps tracks of, let's say, when uh the payment will not be done immediately. But if it will be done immediately, it's best to use the vendor payment, then you are cool with that.
Oh, okay.
Are we okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. Thank you. Franklin, do you
Okay.
have other
Yes.
what again do you have?
The account every morning we send with.
Please, we can't hear you if you can.
Hello, can you hear me
Yeah,
now?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I was saying that accounts every morning we send reports, sales reports, bank lodgements, cumulative, daily expenditure and expenditure reports. So we wanted you to assist us on how to get the sales report,
Generate this report. Yeah.
daily sales reports, the bank lodgements, and cumulative sales. That's for the month, and then daily expenditure as well as expenditure reports for the month. So those are those are the reports we send in the morning. I want to know how we can manage to get these reports in Odoo.
Okay. The first one again. The sales.
Daily
What
sales,
do you have on
yeah.
the sales? Yeah. Now I want to,
Yeah,
as
we
in
have
sales.
the
Hello.
sectors. We have the southern and the
Okay.
northern sector, then the date. So because it's daily, if we are doing the report for today, we have yesterday's sales. So as you can see, we sent this report on the 29th. So it's from 28 to 20, like for 28. And then we have the customer, asking whether it's a cash customer or a credit customer. But we separate it from the northern sector so that we'll have the total for southern and that for northern. And then the total for both at the end. Then
Wait,
Yes,
said before
Charles.
you come in Najwa, this one is customized. We customize the report, right?
yeah, but I just want them to let us know if there's a way to get all these reports.
Yeah, we have to let them
Okay.
understand
Right.
that this is a customization. So if they have that in the system, they should direct us on how to
Yeah. So,
customize it. Yeah.
hello, Charles.
Yeah. Enoch,
Good afternoon.
welcome. Mhm.
I'm passing through small,
Okay, all
but
right.
okay. Let me just say something about reports in general. So, what you can do is that just coordinate all typical reportings that you've been using, and then share with us. Okay. If you have samples of it previously, just share with us. There are there are a lot of reports already that exist in Odoo, but in terms of structure and things may be different from what you have in what you were using in NetSuite. Some may have to be customized, but the priority, uh, given the time that the priority has always been getting all the structures of the business flow and the data first into it before we even have to turn attention to reporting. Okay, but it's also important that we see the reporting requirements, because sometimes it will also mean that some additional things in the configuration of the business flow has to be considered. Like, let's say, uh, because you want to get it in a certain segregation, or we may probably start to have to create those segregation for you to start using it now, and all of that. So just share those with us. But like I told you before, the reporting in terms of priority, in terms of going live, was, if we couldn't have added that to the minimums before go live. And I think if you most of the earlier meetings that we did, we talked about the things that we're going to prioritize. So at this point, we can start to see those requests, and then we look at those that we can immediately do and those that can come on later. Okay, some could be a report that we could just pick off from an available app, which is a free app that we could plug into the system, and then you could use some tool we can customize for you. So let's just see that, and then we go from there. Is that okay? So
Right.
in not only this one, but all other reports in general, just share kind of an inventory of something like that with us, and then we go from there.
Okay.
Does it help?
Yeah. 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 Enoch, I think Enoch, you're on point. The Charles, I think what you can do now is, if you can pick those manual directly from the applications, if it's GLs, maybe you can use that to do your checks. If it's the daily checks, please, you can go ahead and use that to do those checks. Whilst we wait for your templates. Enoch mentioned we could get you some free, but if really it's not something we can immediately just get you, we will have to do some customization, which will be extra effort. It won't be standard Odoo, but we may have to do some customization for you. So just to let you know, it would require some extra work for us to do to get you probably exactly what you want. But please do share. Then we can do the assessment and see what needs to go into it to get it for you exactly as you want it.
Okay, all right. We would like to start the entries. I think the day is almost over, so I don't think we can do anything in the production account. But for reconciliation, we would like to start from Monday. Can you guys take us through the reconciliation process, or it will take some time?
We can still do it if you want to have it now.
Yes. So if
Okay,
we can
so
go
let's take one of the bank accounts. Let's say Stanbic Bank US dollar. Just click on it. And then select the list view. Currently, let's go ahead. make some payment into this account so that we can do the. So let's go back to your bills. Vendors, then bills.
Before
Okay,
we
so
continue, before you do this
okay.
one, if let's say we are transferring money from Calbank to or Stanbic Bank to Stanbic USD, it's a transfer.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
have
we'll
some?
get
I just
we'll get there.
okay.
Yeah, we'll get there. Just do some make some payments. Those that are in draft or those that are not paid.
Okay. That should pay.
Yes. No, it's, let's go back. Let's look for those that are not paid so that we looks like this one has been touched, so you may not see the effect. Well, go back
Okay.
to your bills. Uh, Not paid. The
But this is in euro.
it's in euro.
Yeah. Should I pay the euro? Then we reconcile the euro one.
Okay, we can still go and use that if you want to. So, but okay, you fine. Let's do the euro.
Yeah. The recipient's bank. Is it the
You
same
can
as
leave
the
it
general
now.
bank?
No, the recipient bank account. That's if we were to pay directly into the person's bank account. So you can you can ignore it for now, or maybe if you have the person's bank account, you can put it there. But
Okay.
so you just create payment. Okay, then let's still go back. Let's get some more into the account.
I wanted to ask, I see that the payment, there's no exchange rate because when we're paying, we use exchange rates to pay.
Yes, so yesterday we spoke about it that Charles has to be setting the rate daily if you want to see the effect. So once he set it, anything you do, you don't have to really put in there.
But how will he set it? Because the money, when it's entering the account, it enters a different exchange rates. So we pay according to the exchange rate that is in the account to pay the bill. So how will he set it up?
Let's go to currencies. Accounting.
Hold on,
Let's go to
I don't understand something. What you're saying is that it's a euro bill you are paying,
Yes.
and you are paying it at a certain, you are paying it in CD, right?
Yes.
So you are saying that what the bank had taken, that is what you need to also
No,
use.
I'm saying that money that enters the foreign account is the money enters at different rates depending on the day.
Right.
So money can enter 10,000 euros can enter maybe 15. The next day can be another 10,000 will be 15.15. Another day to be 15.36. Then the payment is maybe 30,000. There's no way we can pay the 30,000 at 15.4 when in the Power Bank account it's at 15.1, 15.35. So I have to pay
Are,
it.
are we talking about a Cowbank euro account?
Yes, I'm giving an example.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
he's
if it's
talking
a
about the
Cowbank,
Forex account.
Yeah, the
yeah,
foreign,
if
yeah,
it's
that's what I'm saying,
a
the
forex
Forex
account,
account.
you just need the forex amount, right?
Yes, yeah, but I'm saying that sometimes the money that enters the
Like
foreign
exchange rate.
account is at different rates. Sometimes you
Yeah,
don't have it
yeah.
at just one rate. So when you're paying the bill, you pay it according to the rates that is in the account so that you can have you can reconcile your accounts with the bank.
That's why there's something
The
I'm also
daily rate.
understanding from you
No,
because
Enoch,
yeah, what I'm saying is that
Enoch.
if you are yes, I'm very hello.
No, no, gone. I think I was
I
getting her
was saying
point
that
of the applicable
if
rate.
you are if you are operating from a euro account, okay, if let's say you are paying from a euro account and you paid 10,000 euros and it went off your euro account, the exchange rate at the time, and it's also you are paying a euro bill. The exchange rate at the time doesn't really matter, does it?
Does matter because in the system you have maybe 10,000 Ghana cedis at 15 Ghana cedis. If at the
No,
time you are paying the vendor is 10,000 at 16 Ghana cedis, and we pay 16 Ghana cedis, we'll have a negative balance in the
so then now,
account.
so that means you paid in cedis. You're not paying in euros. That's what you mean.
Yes, because the interface, when you enter the account, you see the Ghana cedi amount.
Okay, so that means you're paying from a Ghana CD account because
No,
there's something we I'm
No,
trying
unless
to
no, no. Enoch,
unless
Enoch, what he's saying is, even
uh-huh,
though the account is a forex account, the
uh-huh.
reporting is done in CD.
So that reporting in CDs, leave it Charles, we need to correct some processes that we do because sometimes we try to want to the system itself. See, if the payment is done in euros, okay, of course your base currency in CD, your system has a rate to convert your base currency. Now the if the so because what I'm trying to hard to understand is that if hard currency euro left your bank at 10,000 euros and it was for a bill of 10,000 euros, you don't need a CD rate for anything. If there are any exchange differences, let that could play out. But even in that case, there shouldn't be exchange unless we are talking about a euro bill that we paid it in CDs. That I can understand. But if it's a euro bill we paid in euro currency, there's no exchange in the equation. And I don't think we need to. The system was not even. We don't need to put in any exchange in the equation because it went out in euros. Unless maybe then there's something about the process I don't understand, but you can continue. But
it's
that's why I was asking
on
if the
the face
bill.
of the account is Ghana cedis. So if we pay more than the Ghana cedi equivalent, because at 10,000 Ghana cedis at maybe five is 50,000 Ghana cedis, 10,000 euros as maybe five Ghana cedis, 50,000 Ghana cedis on the euro account, the Ghana cedi interface. So if at the next when we are paying and then we are paying at 6 Ghana cedis, there will be a difference on the Ghana cedi in like the Ghana cedi amount will have a negative. So when she's doing the recon on the
Oh,
Ghana cedi part, it will be negative. It will not be the same, even though the
but
same 10,000 Ghana cedis left the account.
yeah, but do you reconcile it won't be negative. Okay, that means you don't run your
Hello.
revaluation. Yeah, because when you run revaluation, what will happen is that
Exactly.
whatever the balance that at the end has left will be revalued, and whatever any difference is taken to exchange. So see, I think Charles, I don't know if I
L- l-
that's how.
can I come in? Can I come
Yes,
in?
please go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So we have a forex account, and then
Mhm.
we buy forex into the account. We buy the forex
Ah,
at a certain
okay,
rate.
okay,
Okay. We buy it
okay,
from the forex bureau at a certain rate. So the money
right.
hits our forex account.
Ah,
It's
okay.
not once, but then we make several purchases of forex into that particular account, awaiting payment for our foreign purchases. When time is due and we pay, we transfer the said amount into the foreign vendor or whatever account.
Right,
Do you get
right,
it? So monies
right.
get into our forex at a certain
Okay,
rate.
right. Okay,
Yes.
I'm following.
If not so,
So
then it will result in exchange losses and all that.
Yes, but the exchange losses, whether you use a rate to correct it or not, is still present. Okay, but what? So I think I understand you, and I remember if and
A
I
lot.
think we've gone into this conversation when you were in NetSuite before because it was also
Yes.
bringing some issues, and I hoping we try to correct that so that we don't bring that we correct that. Now listen, for me, for my and this one, I'm not talking about ERP. I'm talking about my accounting experience. You treat the forex purchase that you've done separately from the transaction of paying the bill payments. Okay. Now your forex purchase is to get available for forex into your bank account so that you can make payments. You could make 100. So at that forex purchase level, uh you might have transferred, let's say, 60,000 CDs from your CD account, and it gives you, let's say, 10,000 euros in your euro account. At that point, if there's any exchange loss or that you would have made in terms of by the time that you are making the payment, by the time that you are making the payment for the bill itself, you at the end of the day, you just have to pay what you if there's a 10,000 that you transferred into how do you call it? If it's 10,000 that you transferred to the vendor, it is 10,000 hard currency that you need to book. You don't need to do any
Oh,
adjustment to that because if you let me just land on that point. If you do any adjustment to that 10,000 that you book, you cannot reconcile because when your statement comes for that payment that is going out to your vendor, it will only show 10,000, and it's 10,000 that you want to match to your statement. So
Do
there's
send
no
the
need,
10,000. We are not
right?
adjusting the
so
10,000. We are sending the 10,000 Ghana cedis. Just that the rates, the Ghana cedi equivalent, the 10,000 euros, we are transferring that one. The same 10,000 that entered is the 10,000 that is coming out. But we are using the rates at which it entered
I get you.
to
So treat
pay.
that transfer separately. Don't treat that transfer from
But
the
what if
purchase.
it's
Treat
only
that separately.
ten thousand
No,
in the
sorry.
account
Enoch,
between Ghana
Enoch,
Can I
when you
come in
say
one second,
separately,
please?
what does it
Can I
mean?
come in 1 second?
Okay,
See,
those are
Enoch.
very clear.
See, this exchange loss we cannot loss or gain, we cannot avoid it. It will definitely happen considering our conditions. What you can do is two things. One, either you run it at the same rate you are, whatever rate you bought from the bank and they put in your account, you have to reconcile your exchange gain or loss at the end of the month, which is standard practice. Or two, you make sure that whatever rate you bought it is there. You this loss, like I said, you can't avoid it. But when you are running the payment, you need to use the rate you used to post the invoice at the payment time. I won't advise this because this becomes very manual.
That is what we do actually. That is
That's,
what we do.
Yes.
I'm
So then
against
at
that
the point
practice.
of making the payment, you are using the same rate at which you posted the invoice. This becomes very manual in terms of automation. I'm not sure you want to go, to go this way. But if not, let me ask you, if you pay from the same rate, whether in which may I expect for you to pay in dollar, then your vendor will receive the same amount in dollar. However, you have to now look at your rate, your exchange gain or loss, because you would have incurred this gain or loss in either ways. The currency rate will not be waiting for you. So how would you capture it? This then you do it at the end of the month by running your revaluation, and then you post your gain or you post your loss. This is the cleanest way. You understand? So your payment run should be in the currency, not in the local currency, your local currency. Charles,
It's
you
not.
understand me?
Hmm. Because
So
because
whichever
it's
payments you are making, if it's 10,000 euros, you are paying 10,000 euros. I expect that you are paying the document denomination 10,000 euros to your foreign vendor. The
yeah,
rate at which you are paying definitely may not be the same rate at which you posted your invoice. So
yeah.
that difference will be there. You will capture this gain or loss whichever way. So that will be your month end headache to balance it off. But at the point of payment, you should not complicate yourself as whether you are paying the Ghana city equivalent. No, you should pay the foreign currency equivalent, then you can deal with your
Exactly.
exchange gain and loss at the end of the month.
So,
But
Charles, I
Charles, you get
promise
it.
you,
maybe
if you don't do it this way, you run into problems again. Okay, because
It's too much
I've
complication
seen
for
this
you.
process. Yeah, see,
back.
what I think I suspect you're trying to do is that on the payments, then you're trying to take your CD amount and then put in an exchange rate to get the euro amount so that your CD is kind of locked. Whatever what you purchased is locked. But that is not best practice. Rather, because you are booking into your euro account, book the euro amount that went out. That
But
makes
when we
your
are sending the
reconciliation.
reports, but when we are sending the reports in the morning, we don't send the euro value. We send the Ghana CD equivalent,
So,
not the euro
so
value.
Fine, that is fine.
that,
That is fine
that's fine.
because it's exactly that will be the impact you
So
will
if
get. But
so
what
if
you
the
need to
cow bank euro is 10,000 at 15 Ghana cedis, that's what we bought, and we are paying it at 20 Ghana cedis. That means that it will be more than what we bought, right? So that means the Ghana
exactly.
CD equivalent to be more. So if
No, it
that's the
just
only,
means
so on the interface of the vendor, we've paid the 10,000, fine. But the Ghana CD equivalent will be negative
yeah, because you've not
because
Okay,
at that
revaluation
end,
hasn't
that,
gone up. So
yes,
because it's
because
but
not yet
even that,
revalued.
even
When
at that point, Enoch, even at that point, you still can get it because you are probably paying at the same as a different rate because you are maintaining your daily rate in the system. Your daily rate, you need to make sure or you don't maintain daily rates. May not be daily, but it may be weekly rates.
or
So it will be
when your
close
moment you
to
revalue, the moment you
exactly. It will
revalue,
be close to the
it's
value.
but that
your
means
CD
that the
account will
Ghana
not be
CD will be
negative.
negative.
So
It
when you
won't be
revalue,
negative
when you
because
No,
we,
Ghana,
revalue,
how will it be negative?
Nanajua, take it from me, okay? That when you revalue, it will never be negative. See,
It
okay.
won't go to
I
negative, Ghana.
take this from me. That I take this from me that
Chief
if you follow
accountant,
the
yes.
approach
Enoch
that
is
I'm
talking.
doing,
Chief accountant.
I've done accounting for so many years. I've done ERP2 for so many years, and I've seen so many systems, over 100 different companies and systems. And I'm trying to tell you, in terms of an approach, take it from me that the best thing is to book your original currency, what's left your bank. Don't book it from the other way around, and then run your revaluations. Your CD will not go negative if you run your revaluation. If you are not forcing the system
Okay.
at any point, your CD will not go negative. That's why
Okay.
the point of revaluation and things are all there. So we could get there, but just let's try to correct some of
Yeah.
the practices in the past too. Because if you remember, I can't remember it clearly, but I know we've had this conversation before, and we're seeing differences that we couldn't even explain, and that is when we start to touch the system in a way that it doesn't that's not how it reads it. For the system, it reads it that when you made payment from your dollar account, that means that this is the amount that went out of your dollar account. So
Okay.
book that amount,
Enoch.
reconcile that amount, and let's revalue. Yes, madam.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So the revaluation, how do we do it with Odoo?
Yes, we'll get to that. So
We'll get to
let's
that.
run through that. We'll get to that, and then we'll go through all those revaluation processes as well.
Okay,
Okay.
so okay,
All right.
so I have a question. We have this reports that we do, bank balances, and the bank balances takes into consideration the forex and then the Ghana CD account balances. Before I send it, I need to get the forex CD equivalent before I send it. I don't know. Another will
The
show you
forex
how.
the equivalent at the time of close, at the date of running that
No,
report, right?
what we have in the account
In CD,
in
right?
CD. Yes. So she's putting, yeah. So that is it. So we have Stambek USD in Ghana CD equivalent. That is 14,000
Mhm.
in CD equivalent. So do you have something like this? If you do, if there's a way you can show us how to get it.
So that means your dollar value will probably be 3,000 at the closing rate, giving you 14,843
Yes.
848,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, we could look at that. If it doesn't exist in this format, like I said, we could also, it could be cost of it. So long as the data is there, it could be pulled out. Okay. I don't know if it exists in this exact manner. Probably yes, or because if we are picking it from the even the trial balance will be in CD. So if we are picking it from the trial balance, these values will already exist. That's why I say when you run your evaluations, that means that if there are any differences like that, they would have already been corrected before these values corrected into these values. So yes, we can get this. You can get this
Sure.
for you.
But Asabia, this is customization, right? We did not get it straight from
Uh,
NetSuite. We customized to get
I
this.
I'm sure.
But then we need to know how to customize something like this.
Yes.
Right.
So yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
So maybe we can go back to the reconciliation proper.
hey, Nana Joe, what's here, sir?
That's what you did. That's what you did. Very nicely. That's what you did.
Not make a man.
No, it's because the revaluation thing, we've not done it in NetSuite, so we have to be careful how it will affect
Yeah,
that
yeah.
particular
Okay.
forex account. If
You're not doing evaluation in NetSuite at all.
no, for
And in
the
a
forex
vacation.
account,
You have to.
No, but for revaluation, it is actually for the forex account. Anything in foreign currency, it
And
will still
yeah,
revalue it.
that's what is required.
You just need to maintain your month-end rate. That will use that rate to revalue for you.
yeah. So what we're
That you
saying
need to do.
was, if we use the existing rate, as in the rate for payment, to capture the figure in the account, it will give us a negative balance because probably that rate is more than how much we bought the forex. So as she was saying, if we bought the forex
It
at 10,
cannot be. It cannot be.
okay.
It cannot be.
So we
That
want to just see it
logically it
practicalized
cannot.
in the system. So
See,
we-
the revaluation you are talking about, what it does, it is not using the same rate, the new rates to recap. Is the difference. It's posting the difference between the two rates.
okay, okay,
It's just taking, you bought it at 1 CD, and then now the rate is 1.2. It is revaluing that same at 1.2. So that same cost at 1.2. So it's just the difference of 0.2 that it will
okay,
give you
I
a
get
gain or a
it.
loss.
But will
Yes.
it be in
It's
the account or it will be in a separate
no a
exchange
dedicated
loss,
account.
a
There's a
dedicated?
revalue. Yes,
I
there's
think
a
then I think
listing
we are
account.
saying the same thing. That means we are saying the same thing.
Yes. So there's an exchange gain or loss account that it will go into.
Okay,
Then you
all
guys
right.
have to. Yeah.
Okay, so the account will not show, the bank balance will not show a negative balance.
No.
Okay,
That difference is going to sit into your exchange gain or loss account.
okay, that's fine. All right, then we are okay. Nana Joy and Asabia, are you okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alpha, you're fine.
Okay, can we go on to the reconciliation proper? Set.
No, Charles. Yes.
Yeah, can we move on to the reconciliation?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So let's make a new bill and let's pay so that we can keep the figure. And then when we go there, it will be easier for me because we've done a lot of payments and I may not be able to tell. So let me see where you are. I don't know where,
Of the
have you
open
made
bills, you
any
said I
initial
should
bill?
pay on. I'm coming to
Okay.
pay.
Wait, wait. Create a new bill and so that I'll be able to get the figure and everything in mind when we go there. Create a new bill
Okay.
because we don't have
But I
your
wanted to ask
bank.
you,
Uh-huh.
when you pay with the cow, you doesn't it automatically go into the its balance. As in when we go to cow you account, when we see all those payments.
No. For Odoo, when you make payments, it will sit in outstanding payment account. If you also receive, it will also sit in outstanding receipt account. So you reconcile. So when you go there, you will not see it. That is why I want us to start and then have a figure in mind, and then we go there. Once the reconciliation is done, it moves from those outstanding accounts to the various accounts you are dealing with.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's make a new bill. Let's keep the figure in mind so that it will be easier for me
Okay.
to. So, okay, DSM. Okay,
So I can add a
add the
product.
product. Yes, yes.
So I should add line first before, or I can just enter the product.
Enter the product on the first line. Yes.
Okay.
Then let's see. Okay, 50. Make the quantity. Let's say 100, so that we know we are dealing with. Okay, 5,000. Okay, confirm. It's fine. No, one is okay. The 5,000 is okay. I
And it's
just
okay.
it's okay. Yes.
Okay.
Then
Confirm.
confirm it. Yes. Date. The bill date. We did not set the bill date. So close it and the bill date. Put the bill date there. And then
Okay.
confirm. And then pay into that account.
Okay. Manual.
Yes, manual.
So I
Okay.
paste another.
No, it's fine. So we've paid
Okay.
it. Now let's go to the account. That's the Euro account. Dashboard.
Go
Bill,
to
you can go
balance page.
accounting. Dashboard. Go to your dashboard. Dashboard.
Yes.
Accounting. No. You've no. Go back. Accounting. Yes. So now go to your the bank we used, the Euro account. Okay. So start new on your so that your right is for reconciliation. Where you see the balance is where, let's say, you are having your bank statement. So all those information, your bank statement information are on your left, and then your right are mainly for reconciliation. So let's add add new on your left. Yes, and I don't know if you kept the partner's name, but today then put the amount there.
Yeah.
The amount I was 5,000 euros, right? Okay, and
And do I
then
have to put a memo too?
yes, if you have any maybe customer payment or vendor payment, you can call it that. But then the vendor you use, you put the name at the partner. You remember the vendor's name?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so add and close. You'll move to the outstanding receipt on your right, and let me see your no below the euro the outstanding receipt down. Yes, click on it and let
Okay.
me.
Yes. I put them.
Yeah. No, go back. Move.
Bank.
So click on the 5,000 again. We paid 5,000 euros, right? So click on it.
I see
Good.
here.
So yes. So take your time and let me show you something. So we see the account, the date, partner, amount in currency, debit, credit. On top of that, we have the create bill, internal transfer. So the internal transfer is what you use for transfers between banks, and then they are the reconciliation models, but we may not touch them
Okay.
now. And
So
if
I
you
want to
click
ask, so
on
anytime
yes,
we want to do a transfer, we have to come to reconciliation to come to internal transfers before we can do transfer.
yes, unless yes, we are you okay? You
So
come and do
when
you do one. You'll
like
get there.
if
So
we
you let's
transfer money from maybe Cal to Stanbic, we have to come
yes.
to
So
reconciliation and come to internal transfers.
yes.
Then we can
So
enter.
let's reconcile this one, then we do that one for you to see. I just
Okay.
wanted you to see what you have on your screen. So you see the 5,000 DSM nutrition is showing just below it. Do you see it? So it's hanging
This
in on
one.
the outstanding payment outstanding account. And so you click that one.
I
You
can
click
click it.
click select it. You select
Okay.
and then you validate. So once you select and you see validate, you validate on top there.
What is the
Top
validate? I'm not seeing
left,
it.
left on your left, on your left,
New
just
upload.
below the no, just below it's by the to check. Can you see to check?
Yeah. So I
Yes, so
validate.
validate. Yes. So that means you've done the reconciliation for that amount. So if you're having your bank statement, they will be on your left, or we could upload it in Excel. So they will be
Okay.
on your left, and then once you put in and you select the amount like you did, the outstanding outstanding receipt or payment account will bring all those transactions that matches the 5,000 you are looking for. I hope you
Okay.
get me. Yes.
Yes.
So yes, if it doesn't, then it means we have to look into it. Either you did a batch payment, or you use uh, amount to pay, let's say 3 vendors. So it also means that you have to look at batch payment. Batch payment will bring all the payments you are using for a particular amount. I hope you get me.
Okay. So
Are
you're
you
saying
are
that
you are
when
you
we are doing the bank recon, we can upload the
yes, we
statement.
can. Yes, the statement in Excel, so that you either for now we are the bank synchronization. We are having a challenge in let me say Ghana or Africa. I don't know how to put it. So some of the banks we could have them synchronized in the system, but for most of the banks there is a challenge. So we have to manually do the import of the bank statement. So once we upload, like you see the 5,000 we did, you don't have to manually put in the 5,000. So let's say you can convert all your bank statement to Excel, and then we look at that and we do the upload, and we can reconcile from there. So this is just a training. When you are doing it, I may have to also go through with you if there are anything outstanding to look at it again. But for now, you can use to check. So still on the DSM Africa, select that one again. Then select to check. Select it. So to check is to let you come back and work on it. So if you go to your dashboard, you go to dashboard, go to your this bank account, Cal Bank Euro. Yes, you see one to check. So meaning you have one reconciliation to work on. So if they are, so in a day, if you don't complete all your reconciliation and you are having issues, just select to check, so that maybe in the subsequent day you can, the dashboard will tell you how many are left so that you can work on. So let's go back again to still select Cal Bank Euro account. Okay, so let's say on reset it, click on reset. Yes, and then the amount there, reduce it to 4,500. The vendor the 5,000 euros, reduce it to 4,000, let's say 4,090. Can you hear me? Yes, select it. No, on your left, reduce it from your, yes,
Yeah.
amount. Select on the amount. Okay, I see, okay. You may not see that effect, but I wanted to show you, but you still leave it. Let me just explain to you. Maybe, like I said, when you are doing reconciliation, I have to still be there. And if you are having, let's say, 5,000, and there could be, let's say, bank charges on or something, maybe the amount reduced in your books. So maybe bank fees, or maybe there was a charge on it. That one to had a way we could handle it. But because we are not having the entire bank statement, it's making it, I'm not having that easiness with it. So let's transfer internal, but as I said, this is how you go about it. The other reconciliation models we can add, you look at the action button by the internal transfer. Action button by the internal transfer. Can you see internal transfer?
Yeah. Internal transfer.
Yes. So you click on the internal transfer. Click on the internal transfer.
Hello.
Let's not go into the reconciliation module. So click on the internal
Yeah.
transfers. Yes.
Click
Have you
to-
clicked on it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Nothing is showing. So make a new uh, transaction. Yes, new. And
Okay.
then today's date, and put the, okay, the memo, let's say transfer from Stanbic to, sorry, car bank to, let's say, Stanbic. No, don't put any vendor there. Just the memo. Internal transfer. You can also call it internal transfer, or maybe transfer from car bank. Car bank euro to, or transfer to, yes, any bank you want to use.
Okay.
Okay, so you put the amount you want to transfer.
What if the amount is Ghana cedis?
If the amount is Ghana cedis,
Yeah.
but you are dealing with euro, so put the euro there, then we will look at that, because you are
Normally we
in
transfer.
no,
Okay.
what I mean is you are in the euro account. The euro doesn't
Okay.
understand your cedis.
Understand. Okay.
Yes, you get me.
So I'm asking, since this is the Cal Euro account, that means to be from Cal Euro to Stanbic.
Yes. So let's say you want to transfer 100 euros. Okay, so add a new. Okay, so you select is down, is the one down. So come to
Okay.
the transfer, yes, select it. Then you click on internal transfers. The button, click on internal transfers.
Okay.
Okay,
I've clicked on it.
you've clicked on it. Then let's
Yeah.
go to that bank, the Stanbic Bank.
So
So
does
you
that mean
see,
that
it's
with this
given,
one, I
it's
didn't
giving you the
put in
rate.
any exchange rate? So
Yes,
the rates
if
will
you want to
be
manually, yes, it's picking the rate, maybe the daily one we've done. But if you want to set it, you go to manual operations. Manual
manual
operations.
operation.
Yes. So the
Okay.
buttons, yeah, you can see that one. The
Yeah.
merchant, yeah, let's start from the merchant. Let me explain something to you. So
Okay.
always, yes, it uses let me say, a principle, a system of matching. So if it's able, we are not talking about the internal, I'm still explaining some. If we are doing the reconciliation, like I said, the account will be, the amount will be hanging in the outstanding account. So with the matching, you're able to match them. So that's where you have to go to and go and match. With the batch payment, you move to batch payment. If say 10,000, select the batch payment. if they are batch payments, this is where you find them. Then manual operations. So what you want to do is a manual operation. You want to change that, let's say 10,000 euros. When you converted that, you are having a different figure you want to put in here. You can do that over here in the company currency. Change the figure, the 150,000. If you don't want the rate in your system, you can override it by changing the amount here. So let's say
Okay.
200,000.
Okay, so that means that we can't do anything about the exchange, but we can do it with the CD equivalent.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you want it to
I'm
be
typing the 200, but it's not. Okay.
okay, so we go. So move from this dash power bank and let's go to the bank you selected. Let me see internal. Okay. Okay. So let's go to move dashboard.
Okay.
Yeah. So Stanbic.
How about you?
No. The receiving bank. This is where you
Okay.
are taking from, right? Yes.
Yes.
So where do you? No, I thought we were doing car bank euro to Stanbic cities. That's what you did. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. So look
Because
for
you said
Stanbic
it's in
city.
euro, I thought
No, if
the euro.
I thought no, it was based on your example. That's why we even went to change the equivalent. Other than that, there was no need changing. I thought you were taking it to a CD account and needed the equivalent.
Okay. I don't think I chose any recipient bank.
Okay, so you want to receive it into this bank? Fine, it's also fine. So you go to click on no, you want to receive it here. Click on internal transfers. Click on the internal transfer button. Okay, you click new, add new, and then receive the amount. Add new, and then today's date, and then transfer from. No, is it a CD? Okay, sorry, CD account. Okay, so transfer from car bank. Okay, now click on it. You can see it below. Yes, and then click on internal transfers. Then validate. So it has moved. So let's go to your reporting, your balance sheet, and see. Will you see it? Yeah, I think so. Check those accounts. Let me see. Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it.
Yeah. So you use the internal transfer to transfer amounts from from one account to the other. Okay. The bank reconciliation, the other stuff. Let's go there. We have there are some models I've created in the production, but I'm not seeing them here. I don't know. But go back to your bank account dashboard. Let's say the car bank. Okay. I'm not seeing them here, but where you have the internal transfers, you also see, oh, I will check the production again because I remember I did it. You see the exchange gain or loss, that's the realized gain or loss, bank fees, and then cash discounts. so that when you are reconciling, you just hit those buttons and your reconciliation is easy for you. So the day you will do it, let me go through with you once more, and then we'll be good. So that we
Okay.
take questions from there, because we don't have it. We may not understand it that much unless we are doing it together. Charles, are we okay?
Is it a bank reconciliation?
Yes, I have to do that with you.
Okay.
Oh, so that you appreciate it better.
Okay. Let me confirm from Enoch. I don't know if Enoch is still around. He's gone out there. I think he's not around, so we can go on. Asabia. Asabia.
Yes, hello.
So we've not touched on the bank reconciliation. We only touch on the transfer. So we'll make time maybe Monday and then
Okay.
go through the bank transfer. But now, do we have everything we need for daily transactions to book expenses, transfers, the normal transactions we do daily? Do we have everything?
No, because the reports too are there. If it can help us and how we can pull those
No,
reports.
so the reports, we have to send them our template so they work on it for us. But for us to get
Yeah.
our transactions into the system, petty cash transactions, our invoices, all those things, do we have them now? The reports here, they will work on it for us. They will customize and show us how it is done in Odoo. But the backlogs that we have, can we enter them with what they've taught us now?
They are not too conversant with it. They are not, they
But we
just
need
taught
to
us, so
you
it
need
will
to
take time.
practice. You need to practice. So once you want to pass any transaction or you want to enter any transaction, we can call set or anything to monitor what we are doing. Once we get one or two through the system, we can do the others. So Monday we have to start, and then they will be on standby to check whether what we are doing is correct in their production account. Now we are in the sandbox. Monday, we would like to go into the production account. So they will be on standby, and then we'll start entering our transactions into the system. Right. All set.
Charles,
Yeah, what I said is okay. Or
yes, there are some areas we haven't touched on, but as and when you need that, we can do it.
yeah.
Uh, looking at the time too, like
So
your asset
final
creation.
question before
Okay.
I'm seeing accounting. Does it mean that we don't have access to sales and all that? Because we need to get their credit sales, cash sales, and all that. Does it mean that we are only looking at accounts department and not sales?
Most of the things that they will do will feed into your accounting, unless I don't know, your accounting can handle most of the things they are doing. So you may not need it that much. Anything they do around, you can view all of them at your end with the tools you have. So you don't really need it that much, unless maybe you still want to have it. I don't know. Brian. Yes.
I'm not talking about invoicing and all that. I'm talking about
Okay.
trade debtors, trade creditors. Those informations, are we privy to
Yeah.
it?
So yeah, you have, yes. So on your customers, you can go to your customers.
Okay.
Yeah, so
You
it's
have
just
that. You
like
can also.
it's just like
You,
NetSuite. We don't use their interface, the sales guys,
Mhm.
their interface. We use accounts, but we see everything that they do. Their open bills and then their cash sales. We see it at when we use our interface. So it's the same thing.
yes.
Okay.
You can view your report. Go to reporting, agent report. You can have all those informations, and any bill they create to, you'll see it at your end, and you take over there. So you don't really need their app. You have everything at your disposal with the accounting app.
Okay. Okay.
Hello.
Yes, Charles.
Seth, are
You
we
see,
done
yes.
for today?
Okay, so you can look at the let's look at the reporting if you are able to. Yeah, so reporting, agent reporting. Let's go to reporting.
Okay.
Um,
Franklin, you are looking at something.
let's look at your reporting. Reporting. So click on your reporting. Yeah, so you have your balance sheet. You can check the profit and loss, cash flow, executive summary, tax return, general ledger, trial balance, journal audit. You have all these there for you. Deferred revenue and deferred expenses. Let's look at that. And then, no, I don't think we've worked on one for you. So let's start. Let's create, raise a vendor bill. So let's add a product. Okay, fine. Okay, so you use the to go button on your right, you close to the amount. There is a two, yes. So check the start date and the end date, and then so the start date, you can give a start date where you want, where the transaction is taking place, the start date. So go to the start date on your close to analytic, yes, and then enter the date, and then the end date, let's say 3 months later. So go, okay. So now you can confirm. So you see the deferred entries up, the button there, click on it. No, yes. Yeah, so for the first month, this is what you'll be saying, and in that order. So as and when the time is due, they will be making the postings for you. So you can do same for your deferred. Okay, so these are deferred entries. So let's make payment. Let's say we've paid in advance. So let's say pay the bill. Go back to your bill. The bill 20, yes, and make a payment. So pay the bill. Okay, so click on the deferred entries again and let me see. Okay, so you have your prepayment for each of uh, the durations you set. So the same principle applies for. Sorry, is it deferred expense? Yes. So that's prepayment. Then accrued. It seems Charles, I'm tired. I mean, when they make Charles, what are you looking at now? Hello, Charles. Are you there?
Charlie, I was distracted small, so
Oh,
I
okay.
just joined the thing, so me too, I'm new here. I'm looking at the thing for the first time.
I'm teaching something, but it looks like I'm tired. What we have done, that's
Yeah.
prepayment, right? Yeah. So accrued revenue. We can also look at accrued revenue on the customer side. Yes, yes. So go to the customer invoice you can do same like we did for the vendor bill, and we should be fine. Are we invoices? And let's say the customer has made advance payment, but I'm trying to put myself together. Charles,
Yeah.
yes, we first look at prepayment.
Okay.
Accrued revenue. Uh, I'm trying to get the principle again so that we can look at it. And I make ourselves ask my breath. If you can remind, uh, help me out so that we do it. Normally, accrued revenue, how is it like?
Accrued revenue.
Yes.
Like is it, when you say accrued revenue, is it revenue that has not been realized or something?
Yes.
Okay. And how do you want to get it? As in
Okay, you don't worry.
is it the receivable register or the aging report for receivables?
No, like the way we did prepaid, we also have accrued, but don't worry, you're fine. It's fine. You didn't ask the question. I'm trying to show you, so it's fine. Maybe when I put myself together, we look at it, or when you raise that question, then we look at it. It seems I'm stressed up, so mean to me,
I said,
yes. Yes, Charles, you get me. So it's fine. I was trying to teach you something, but I said my brain to me who they made sure. So
Who asked the
the
question?
what
prepayment
is
is
our
fine. Yeah, come again.
Who asked the
So
what is
question?
our
Charles, I
so,
must imagine later on
Alright.
now you share because you didn't ask. I was trying to show you like we did for the prepayment. So if that one can come later, maybe when you ask. I said, if there are there any other questions, maybe in our next meeting when we go through the reconciliation, we can look at asset creation and we should be fine. I think all we left for me on my list is asset creation. The other questions may still come from you, and then we can say bye-bye to your training with the reconciliation too. Hello, Charles.
Yes, it.
So we can end here and then maybe Monday we take the reconciliation and the asset creation, and we should be fine. Yes, so
Okay.
we can end here. Mr.
Okay.
Fari, please, I'm done. Yes.
I think it depends on Charles and team if they have anything. But like you said, Charles, we're bringing why slow kakra. So maybe you can,
Okay.
if you have any specific questions you want to clarify, we can put it on the page, and then the next session we'll take those questions first, then we continue.
Yeah, I think the major issue is the report. So we'll send the sample to you, and then you guys will look at it. Apart from the report, all the other areas, once we start entering live transactions, we will follow you to guide us because we've gone through most of the areas. So we will just follow you guys to guide us when we are entering the transactions in the system. Yeah.
Sure, sure. All right, thank you all very much. Enoch is not back yet, so I believe we can still continue on the chat. If you have anything, we can put it on there, and then thank you very much.
I'm Safari.
Yes, sir.
So we are not done with the training, so we can't go live. We can't go to the production account.
Oh, I believe we can. Said what is your take on it? Should they go or they should not? Based on the training we've done so far
Yes, they
and your
can, but
feedback from them.
they can double check to be sure if they are having any doubt, but they can. Or
Yes,
probably within the weekends too, they can try their hands on the sandbox and then
sandbox.
play around it. Yes, so that by Monday, if there are any questions, they can reach out and then they should be fine. Yes.
So, Charles, basically, whatever you have been trained on, you can actually start already in sandbox. If you don't, you are not comfortable, please prompt us in the group. Let us know, and then we know how to pick it up. If you
Okay.
want as well, we could actually regroup, reassess the feedback from the training, and then maybe we'll give you heads up that you should go ahead or not. Maybe we should do that approach.
Okay. So production has not gone through the training, right?
Production have not gone through the training yet.
Yes.
But Charles, how much is the data getting? How big is your data now?
For production,
Yeah, so from production to, I mean, how much volume of data are we looking at since
a
it went
week.
up?
A week. I cannot quantify, or I don't know how to say it, but a week transaction should not be a problem. Yes, it should not be a problem at all. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
So let's see by Monday, close mid Monday, then we would see based on the assessment of Seth and Brian, how you guys have taken the training. Then we can make a go or no go. Right.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you too.